I still have uncomfortable conversations with women. What a lot of men who join the dating reboot from porn reboots fail to realize is that they don't get to have a dating season in their life because you didn't know how to date in the first place. Last year, I made a lot of progress in my dating life thanks to Andrew and the dating program. This season of my reboot has been focused on my career, internships, studying for law school, and networking for summer positions. But my dating life has stagnated/gotten complacent in the past few months to the point where I am getting frustrated. What are some ways I can move from season to season without getting these decreases? Or is this expected and should be addressed when I feel like I'm at a spot to rekindle my dating life? I will be direct with all of you. I'm not a big fan of this pausing your dating life thing. Your dating life, and if you're in the dating reboot program, is to get to a certain point where you have developed a sustainable way of managing your dating life. This means you are either getting into a relationship or you are building what is known as a rotation. And I'm not trying to be PC here, and I don't particularly care how you feel about building a rotation. This isn't about having sex. This is about intimacy. This means one of two things is happening. Number one, you are in a relationship. Number two, you have the capacity to date and you are actively dating multiple women. It doesn't matter whether sex is involved or not. That means there are multiple women who are emotionally involved or sexually involved with you, with intimacy as the priority. That means that even when you move on to another phase of your life, such as studying for law school, getting internships, and networking for summer positions, there are always women who are there. That means that your dating reboot became a system that was integrated into your busy life. I think some men look at a dating reboot and they're like, I want to learn how to date and I want to treat that as a season in my life. What a lot of men who join the dating reboot from porn reboots fail to realize is that they don't get to have a dating season in their life because you didn't know how to date in the first place. That ship has sailed for you. So because you did not develop through your teenage years, or because you had some traumatic event or breakup that prevented you, or because you were addicted to pornography, that prevented you from really diving deep into your dating life and developing that as a natural thing you do, then you need to learn how to do it and you need to incorporate that as a system into your life. It is similar to your finances. If you grew up in poverty, and if you grew up in a family, a community, or an environment where managing your money or budgeting wasn't naturally taught to you, and you only learned how to do these things in your 20s or your 30s, do not assume that these things will be autopilot for you, like people who were raised to have a budget. You will likely have to have a system that you incorporate that works for you. This is what is happening, I believe, for a lot of men in dating reboots. You get excited about dating, you learn the skills, you date a few women, you don't establish it into your mental operating system like those guys who learned how to date in their teens or in their college years, and then you're shocked when you go and focus on another season of your life, and then you try to date and it feels as if nothing is happening. That is the mistake you are making, brothers. You need to have a goal. My goal during my dating reboot, which was very specific, I worked with coaches, I went out, I approached women, I learned how to message women. This was way before apps, was that I wanted to get to a stage, wanted to get into a relationship, but I also wanted to get to a stage where if I was no longer in a relationship, I could walk right out of my relationship and within a week, I could be with the woman that I was intimate with. And in order to do that, till today, even after 17 years of being in a relationship, I still practice. What does practice mean for me? It means that I still have uncomfortable conversations with women. Yes, they know I'm in a relationship, but I know myself. I know if I don't talk to any women, or if there's an attractive woman and I try to act weird or anything like that, I'm cooked. I will only speak to my partner, and I'll become one of these weird dudes who says, I can't have a female assistant, or I can't be around women because there's a chance I'm going to cheat. This is the behavior of men who were never raised with the ability to communicate with women and who never learned how to date the right way. So when you ask, what are some ways I can move from season to season without getting these decreases? First of all, yes, there will be these decreases whether you have the skill or not, because sometimes you simply won't have time to date. But you have to understand that if you are getting the decrease and then you're trying to date and nothing is happening, it means that you haven't honed the skill yet. While you were in the dating reboot, you learned the skill, but you didn't practice it till you were unconsciously competent in it. So there are different levels of competence, right? There is conscious competence, there's obviously incompetence, but you learned how to be consciously competent while working with Andrew, which means that you learned that, hey, I need to be on the apps, I need to talk to women, I need to have a rotation. But unconsciously competent is when you don't even need to think about these things. You have built them in as a system and habit in your life, so you don't get frustrated. It's like riding a bicycle. You can get back on it. My suggestion, Cameron, is that you create some space in your life to go out there and practice with intention to get on a few dates and to perhaps build a rotation or find yourself somebody you can see on a regular basis, whatever works for you. But it is going to have to be intentional, and you're going to have to be patient with yourself, because chances are your blade is not as sharp as you thought it was.